True Grain is likely the most organic collection of film grain style overlays in your toolkit. With 5 different grain types and 6 variants per grain, you always have a grain with the right character at your disposal, and they work in all your favorite editing or motion design programs. Let's go over a few use cases together. As you might have guessed, True Grain started as a bit of a gag. What if we use real grains, like wheat or rye, to replace standard film grain? Turns out you get a lovely, coarse and characterful overlay that feels grounded in a way digitally emulated grain just doesn't. Before anything else, in your editing software, make sure the files are running at the same speed as the project you're working on. In Resolve, for example, you right-click the overlay, go to Clip Attributes, and pick the right frame rate. Similarly, in After Effects, you right-click and navigate to Interpret Footage, where you select the right frame rate. Something else you can do in After Effects is make a file loop. Each grain overlay consists of 120 unique frames, so if you need more duration, put a nice big number in this box. All True Grain files have 2 variants: a full color version for full creative flexibility, and a pre-processed version that's ideal to blend directly into other material. We'll use that one here. Drag the overlay to a track above your footage. Go to your blend modes and pick a blend mode from the overlay category. Usually overlay or soft light work best. Then dial down the transparency to where it feels right. Of course, you don't have to use the grains as just an overlay. You can also use them as a stylized fill. If you need to add flavor to a video about baking, cooking, farming, something naturey, this is a great way to do it. In your editing or compositing software, add the grain and shape you'll want to fill, like this caption, to your timeline. Then use the shape as a mask for the grain layer. You'll see the grain instead of the shape's regular fill. Because the grain is running at 24 frames per second, it does feel a little bit frenetic. So with an effect like posterized time added to the grain layer, we can slow it down and give it a bit of a flipbook feel. Continuing the same line of thought, here's a more left field option, using the grain loops to drive effects. In another composition with a bit of text and a grain loop, add a distortion effect like displacement map to the text and use the grain loop as the displacement map layer. You'll see your text get all torn apart based on the information in the grain layer. You can do the same with the camera lens blur effect. Using the grain loop as its blur map gives you this lovely scattered effect. Same as before, it's a bit jittery playing in the grain at full speed, so posterized time puts a dampener on that. I love this look, it feels very distressed. With a bit of extra work it could work well for something like a rained-on watercolor type of thing, or telling someone they wouldn't download a car. We hope you'll enjoy True Grain. When you use it for something cool, please send it our way, we'd love to see it. Thanks for watching.